Today on the podcast, I'm joined with my buddy Brandon. So thanks for coming on the podcast
Yeah,
today.
pumped.
So you and I first met through RC racing at Big Dogs.
Yeah.
I think I was there, and I think your brother was with you, or some of your buddies were with you.
Yeah, probably my brother and
And
cousin.
I think we instantly became friends within the first time we met each other because I don't know, there's just something about you. I could tell that like you had a competitive side to you, and I would just kind of hit it off.
Yeah.
And I think within a few months, like you were actually really good with short course.
Tried to be
Yeah, dude. Like
debatable, but yeah.
within months, I was like, dude, this dude's gonna whoop my ass one of these days.
Yeah.
But I could tell from that point, I could tell that you were the type of guy. You were just like me. Like I could relate to you a lot. That when you got into something, you were like all or nothing.
100% or I can't do it.
Yeah.
That's just the way my brain works weird like that.
Yeah, and I could tell that instantly. I was like, yeah, we're gonna get along just fine.
Yeah.
Because that's the type of person I am too when it comes to like whether it be sports or like a hobby. Like either I'm gonna do this or I'm not gonna do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know. And with RCs, it's either you're gonna dump a bunch of money into it or you're not.
God, that was a lot.
Yeah. And I think when I met you is when I started getting more serious into it because I think that's when I started traveling and I was working towards like being sponsored and stuff.
Yeah.
So like it was like I feel like it was a good time to meet somebody that like because you pushed me too because I was like, dude, I have to like pick up the speed now because like this dude's gonna whoop on me. So
Yeah, and I had you setting up my truck, so it was like
it helped me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and then we both got out of the hobby of RC racing. I got out just because it was too expensive, and I decided to get back into powerlifting. I went full bore back into powerlifting, and I decided to get out of that sport. But you went back to racing motocross.
Yeah, that came a lot later. I kind of just quit the RC thing because I got tired of going to Big Dogs every single weekend, and I was too lazy to drive 3, 4, whatever hours to do anything else.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, I mean, Big Dogs was definitely it's the same thing every week. It was a small track.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there was something about it. It was kind of boring. Like once you've been to an outdoor track, there was nothing like it.
Yeah, you kept saying that. Once summer came, I think I sold all my stuff before summer even came.
I think so, yeah, because I met you. It was probably late fall.
Yeah,
was when I met you.
Yeah, that was fun though.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, but you got back in the motocross.
Yeah. Oh man,
how long have you been doing that? Like, when did you first start riding dirt bikes?
So it was kind of weird. When I was a kid, my uncle did it, and me and all my cousins just looked up to him, and we all wanted to do it, and our parents tried and whatnot to do it. I raced out at County Line a few times on a little Alpha Sport 90 is what it was, like some Chinese thing, and that was sick. And then I kind of didn't do anything like that seriously. I mean, I had a couple 4-wheelers and dirt bikes in high school. I'd race like once a year if I was lucky, and didn't really do it a whole lot. And then when I graduated, I went all in. I think I started with the ATVs and went south pretty quick. I got life flighted once, and then like 6 months later I got life flighted again.
Dang, I never knew you got life flighted.
Yeah, dude.
What'd you get life flighted for?
The first time we were out riding, and me and this one dude were just kind of racing down a dirt road, and the ball joint dropped, and it was fifth and as fast as it would go and all that, and it just tumbled, and I broke my femur. I shattered my femur, broke my back in a couple spots, like disc or something. I don't really remember. I fractured my skull and a bad concussion, and I got life flighted out of there.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like 6 months later, it was around that. I wasn't really supposed to be doing anything yet, and
I know where this is going.
Yeah, we went riding, and it was all good. And then on the way home, I was like, I want to save money on my tires, so I tried riding like the ditch, and I just wasn't paying attention. Got hung up in the ditch, over the bars again, landed on my head again.
Dang.
In and out of consciousness. And when you do that, they pretty much just force you in the heli.
Yeah.
And, so yeah, did that.
So like the first incident when you broke your femur and all that, what was like? How long did it take for you to completely recover from that?
Oh man, probably about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do you have hardware in your leg?
Oh
I
yeah.
assume. Yeah.
Yeah, from my hip to my knee, I have a rod and a bunch of pins and screws and
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, lights flickering.
Is it haunted in here?
Storm maybe.
I actually have a pin and 4 screws in my left femur.
Really?
Yep.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
I broke my leg when I was 16. No, I was probably 14 or 15 actually from skateboarding. That's where I
Oh.
broke my femur. So it was nothing like
Yeah.
nothing like what you went through, but
Dude, I wish I could skateboard. I
yeah.
tried all that.
Yeah, I definitely could not do it now, or if I did do it, I'd take a 2 week time to recover.
Yeah, yeah.
But so
Feel that.
I never knew that you were life flighted twice.
Yeah. The second time I didn't probably wasn't really needed, but they just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure because of the first time.
So
So
was there any hesitation at all to get back on a dirt bike?
no, there
No, not at
never
all.
is.
Yeah.
I'll die before I
Just because
stop.
you love it so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's wow. That's incredible that you know.
Yeah, I mean it gets hard like in January or February this year I blew out my knee, so I don't have it like my ACL ruptured. I don't have
Now, how did you do that?
riding indoor down at Switchback.
Okay.
And it was I didn't even wreck. I just dabbed my leg and they're dirt in the winter time's like concrete.
Yep.
So it just blew it apart but I think I had some stuff lingering and it just finished it off.
Okay.
But
So you blew that out basically,
yeah.
and you weren't riding there for a bit. How long have you taken time off? Because you just recently started getting back on, right?
Yeah, last week.
Last
So,
week.
like
Wow.
6 months, I think. They wanted to do surgery and I think it's called a cadaver, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't want to do it. They said it was like 9 to 12 months recovery.
Wow.
I figured I'll do it when I'm done riding.
When are you done riding now?
I don't know. Whenever.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe I won't do it. But and then I would have robbed crew all summer of riding and stuff like that
Sure.
if I went through with the surgery. So I was just like, I'll just do physical therapy and strengthen it up and see what we can do. And it's working all right. Man, I went riding last Wednesday and I landed the flat at the track and that tweaked my knee pretty good. So it was swollen up a little bit, but it went back down and I was riding yesterday. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I noticed with you and your son, you have a pretty good bond,
Oh, yeah.
you know, with riding, and I love seeing that. Because how old is your son?
6.
He's 6.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's amazing to watch him because you can just see the passion he has at that age,
Right.
you know, and the fact that he gets to share that with his dad. It's awesome to
Dude,
watch.
it's the best.
Yeah, I get to see it on social media, and like every time I see a post of like you guys riding together or him like racing, like just seeing the smile on his face, like
Yeah,
that's got to be an awesome feeling as a dad.
for sure. It's everything I really ever wanted, so it's working great.
And I'm sure with, you know, dealing with an injury, you're like, if anything, I want to be able to ride with him.
Right.
You know, screw racing.
Right.
At least be able to ride with my son.
And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm just hitting up practice days with the boys and riding with crew, and I'm probably done with the woods racing thing. I mean, I might hit a few of them, but I'm just having a lot of fun with moto and just grass track days and stuff like that.
Which one would you say is more difficult to ride?
Woods or moto?
Yeah.
More difficult to ride? Probably moto. Yeah.
Which one's harder on the body? Moto?
Man, it's weird. I'm gonna say woods.
Because you get kind of probably thrown around more?
No, just I think I don't really know. Like, so I'll go race Sunday at an A-Works and I could ride when I get home, or I could ride the next day and stuff like that. But
yeah,
I go do 230s at a moto track or something and I'm sore the next day.
Okay.
I think the intensity is just so much higher that like I get more sore with moto and I'm not used to it.
Yeah.
But like the wood stuff, it's just gnarly. I mean, the injuries I feel like are just there for woods, but I'm not like some subpar moto rider. I know how to back it down a little bit there. So
yeah, and like something that I feel like a lot of people don't realize is how physical dirt bike racing is. Like how physical motocross is itself. Like, I mean, because you're constantly up and down, up and down, like
a million squats.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm sure that it's got to be exhausting after riding.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's some dudes that are real good that they like hook up the IVs and stuff like that. They get so tired out there, but man, I'm old and I'm out there having a good time.
How old are you now?
33.
33?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get tired though.
So, you know, I know you were doing the motocross thing, and then I think you took a break there, and it seems like you went into where you wanted to lose weight.
Yeah.
You know, because I remember when we met, like honestly, like I remember when we met to like what you look like now, you look like a completely different guy.
I get that a lot.
I
Yeah.
mean, completely different guy. And honestly, it's been an amazing, journey just to watch you go through.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've even seen you since my fat days.
Your fat days.
Fat Brandon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it would be honestly it'd be since we raced.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be probably at least 6 or 7 years ago now.
Yeah, dude. And I think I started doing this all 2019. Yeah, when Crew was born. He was
Okay.
kind of like the real trigger for it. I didn't want to be like a loser dad in my eyes.
Okay. So
I
that's
wanted
what
to set
triggered
an
it.
example. Yeah, I'd say so.
Dude, that's first off, that's that's very inspiring. And the fact that like you're like, I don't want to be, I don't want to be this, like I want to be something more for my son, but also like you took that and you took it to a whole nother level. I mean, like you
Yeah.
didn't just lose weight, like you transformed your entire like body.
Yeah.
Like we were texting the other day, you're like, yeah, I can't take myself serious. I'm like, bro, like you literally like you don't look anything like you
Yeah.
used to look like. Like
I take what I do seriously. I just don't take me seriously, I
yeah,
guess, in that aspect. Like anyone can do it. I don't feel special in any
sure.
way, like just lace up shoes
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. It's just now I'm like addicted to it. I can't stop.
Yeah.
Like it's just
So I definitely think that like, it's possible anybody can do it, but there's one thing that most people don't have that it requires, and that's a mindset. Because it
yeah,
starts with a mindset.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you don't have the right mindset, you'll never truly be successful.
Right. Yep.
And I feel that a lot of people automatically quit on themselves before they even start.
Yeah.
They'll automatically doubt, I can't do that.
Yeah.
And like to me, like once you say that, like you're not even trying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Crew, there's one thing he can't say, and it's if he says I can't, he's getting down, he's doing push-ups. Like
That's awesome.
yeah, we don't do the I can't thing. He's
Yeah.
gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
So
I feel that more kids need to be raised like that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, obviously there's a degree where, like sports, obviously you don't want to be so competitive to the point that they lose interest in
Right,
it. But
yeah.
also you want them to be competitive at it, that like they work for it and they try. And, like, some of my nephew, whenever he first started baseball, they didn't keep score, which like I have like mixed feelings about that, because like I agree with like, yes, we don't want to discourage them. We don't want them to quit, but also like it's good to lose.
Yeah.
Like you need to know what it feels like to lose.
Right.
Because if you don't know what it feels like to lose and you become a grown adult and you still don't know what it's like to lose, like you're a baby at
Right.
that point. You know
Right.
what I mean? So like I definitely feel that it's important at a young age that we learn what it's like to lose.
For sure. He got beat this last Sunday, and I don't want to sound like an ass or anything, but I was like kind of pumped he got beat because he's always like, I win, and I'm getting to the point where I don't have to practice, and I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you're gonna get humbled hard, and
Yeah.
he did, because he got beat by a kid he's been racing all year, and it was kind of funny because all week he's just been grinding, like
Yeah.
he's getting up every day and doing his workouts, and can we go ride and stuff like that. So he didn't take that loss too well, and like I don't push him to go win. I'm just, let's have fun. I kind of let him develop the competitiveness, and I try to show him examples, I guess.
Sure.
Like by like me being
Yeah, you
competitive.
lead by example.
Yeah, and it's working, but he didn't get the competitive bug, honestly, till a couple months ago. So like these past couple years, he's just been out lollygagging around and having a blast, and I'm cool with it, because I mean, there's like 1% of these dudes that go pro.
Sure.
And I mean, let's just have fun. If you make it, you make it. If you don't,
Absolutely.
you don't. So.
And I definitely feel that that's the right mindset to have about it. Because, once again, like I was at a baseball game last week, and it really made me laugh because there is these three dudes over there beside, like, they were like 15 feet from me, and they kept talking about, like, they were watching the game. And mind you, like, my nephew's 8 years old.
Yeah.
Like, the kids out there are 8 years old.
Yeah.
These dudes are over there talking like it's the major leagues.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, like, oh, that pitch was terrible. I'm like, and at one point, like, the dude, like, I was talking to my sister-in-law, and she was like, yeah, that dude, he's a coach. And I'm like, why is he out here talking with him? Like, should he be out there?
Right.
And it's funny because he walked over there to like the dugout, and he just stood there and talked all this shit. And then I watched him go over there. He just stood there. He wasn't out there on the field with the players or anything.
It's always the people that don't do anything that have the most to say.
He sat there with the other moms, which just made me laugh. That I'm like, okay, so you ran your mouth about what these kids are doing wrong, but you're not doing a damn thing to be out there and helping those kids. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like, I definitely think that there's a line that you can go too far with it.
Oh, for sure.
And like that's when a kid loses interest in it. But also, you kind of want to like give them a little bit of a push and kind of see where it goes.
It's such a fine line. That's all I can say is it's
Yeah.
a very fine line, and you just got to tiptoe it. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm the best at it by any means, but I mean it is what it is. If you go out and get six, you go out and get six. If you go out and get first, you go out and get first. I don't care. Like
Sure.
I don't want a broken bike, and I don't want a broken kid. That's
Yeah.
about where I'm at with it.
But also, if you wanna be first, you're gonna have to work at it.
Oh yeah, yeah, he knows that. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's great. To have that mindset at 6 years old that's impressive.
Yep.
It's very impressive because like there's not a lot of kids out there that like have that mindset
Yeah.
to like I want to win and I understand that this is what it's going to take to do that.
Right.
Or I lost, that sucked. I don't want that to happen again. And what am I going to do to be able to make sure that doesn't
Right.
happen again?
Just because you lose doesn't mean you lost. Like I tell him on the way home, like we talk, what'd you learn today? And he'll list a few things, and he's always saying, I got to stand up and I got to push into the corners more. And I'm like, you say that all the time, dude, but when are we going to actually do it? He's like, I know.
That's funny.
It's funny. We've been going to Tri-City. It just opened up around here on Wednesdays. And my buddy Kyle Vidovich, he told him he's going to put a spiky brush on his seat. And now he brings it up all the time now.
Yeah.
Dad, am I going to get that spiky brush? And I'm like, you got to stand up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So it's fun.
Yeah. Now, okay, so you went through this weight loss. You lost all this weight. Now, how did you do it? Like, what was the process? Obviously, you understood you wanted to change your life, but that requires a mindset. Like,
Yeah.
where did you start?
Yeah, I did it wrong. I'll tell you that. I just straight up did cardio.
Yeah.
And I didn't know how to do cardio. I thought I did. I just went out and I went as hard as I could
Sure.
every day. So my heart rate was like 170 all the time. And
Yep.
I ate all of my muscle, and all of it was just flab pretty much. Sure. I got down to like 180 or something like that. Then I started getting hurt a lot, like on the dirt bikes. Yeah, so that set back a lot. But so I had to build back up with muscle. So I got back up to like 210, and I've been cutting down since then. And I'm like 183 right now.
Okay.
But I'm lean and there's muscle there. It's not just skin and bones pretty much.
Sure.
But yeah, like how I first started, it was just running.
Yeah.
I didn't want a bicycle. This road's sketchy. I lived out here. I'd run on it, but wasn't running very far pretty much.
Sure.
Like 3 miles a day, every single day. I'd get up at 4 a.m. I would go run. I would come home, shower, go to the gym at 6. I think the Y opened at 6.
Yep.
I'd work out till like 6:50 and then head to work at 7. Work all day, get off work, go back to the Y, lift, and then I would come home and just do whatever. I just didn't sit down. Just
Sure.
work out all the time, all day.
I can relate to that. That, and I can relate to the sense that like I kind of screwed up my body there for a bit. Like I was doing a similar thing where I was lifting in the morning, I was biking, and I was doing my ski machine. And about 3 hours worth a day.
I want one of them.
Yeah, they're nice, but it was like it became to the point where it was an addiction, but it was almost to the point where it wasn't healthy.
Yeah.
Because like if I wasn't seeing the weight loss that I wanted, I'm like, okay, I just need to do more. I need to do more.
Dude.
But the problem I was finding is like it was getting to the point where I could barely move. I could barely get out of bed. I could barely crawl in my truck. It was a struggle to get my chair some mornings. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay. And then the big thing that I really noticed was I started to lose passion. And like, I've been lifting weights since I was, a freshman in college. And I'm like, okay, there's something seriously wrong that I'm losing the passion for this. Something that I love so much. I noticed it like, yeah, I'm still showing up, still doing it every day, but like, it's not fun anymore.
Right.
I'm not enjoying it. And I understand that sometimes, things are going to suck, but like, I'm the type of person where I can put myself in a situation that sucks and enjoy it. Like mentally, sure. Like, I enjoy the grind. I enjoy working hard. And I was like, okay, there's something wrong. And I evaluated it. I'm like, something needs to give. I need to change something here. So I actually backed off the cardio. Yeah. And I actually upped the weights a little bit in certain ways. I backed off the shoulders. And I noticed that I'm actually feeling better.
Yeah.
And it seems like you kind of did the same thing. Like you altered how you were training to be able to continue to do it every single day.
Right. Yeah. I just run a real loose program, honestly. Like I'll do this cardio thing for however many months, and then I'll get bored of it and I'll switch to weights for a couple
Yeah,
months. And
see, I kind of do that too. Like, I might ski real hard for a few months and then I'll switch to the bike.
yeah,
You know what I mean? It kind of depends on how I'm feeling.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Just
and
listen to the body.
yeah,
That's all you can
exactly.
really. That's what I preach to everyone. And
Sure.
you get bored, like a plateau, you get bored, you just pick something else up.
Now, what motivated you? So, like, getting up that early, it can suck some days, especially like if you have stuff going on in the evening. Like my nephew, he's got baseball games, so like
Yeah.
I'll go to those games. I don't get home and in bed until 9 or 10 o'clock sometimes, and like if I'm getting up 1 or 2, it's gonna suck come the morning time.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not gonna want
does.
to do it. So, like, how did you do it? Like, how do you continue to do that?
I just don't want to be the old me.
Yeah,
That's basically
that's
it.
what fuels you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really just want to set examples for crew. I don't want to be. I want him when he's older to look back and just be stoked that I was his
yeah,
dad, pretty much.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. Now, do you use anything like a source of motivation? So like sometimes like I listen to a lot of like motivational stuff.
I used to
Yeah.
hardcore. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone listened to Goggins
Yep,
and
yeah, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I listened to him and Jocko and Cam Haynes, and I mean, they're all still on my Instagram and stuff.
Sure.
But I mean, like, I'd go run and have them in my ears. Like,
Yeah.
I did it all. Now I'm to the point where I don't even like when I'm cycling. I ain't even wearing headphones or anything anymore.
Wow.
I'm just out there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really have motivation. I just do it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I love that.
It's just part of the day, I guess.
It's funny you say about like Goggins. So, back in May, I had thought about doing the Goggins challenge again, the 48-hour challenge. I did it when I turned 30. I had thought about doing it again, and there was one person that I thought about asking if they wanted to do it with me, and that person was you.
Well, I don't even know what it is.
So the 48-hour challenge is when you do 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours.
That'd be gnarly.
I did it when I was 30, and I did it, I think 2 weeks before I turned 30, and I picked like the worst weekend to do it. Like
Yeah.
it rained that weekend, and I mean it was pouring at some points. I believe it snowed or was cold enough that it could have snowed,
Yeah.
and it got sunny like as I was finishing it up. And it was like a lot of fun, but also that shit sucks so bad because it's not even so much like obviously there's fatigue, but it's the exhaustion from getting up every 4 hours
Oh yeah.
because you're getting short on sleep. I actually at one point I switched to my bike because I realized that my chair was not going to be quick enough to be able to do 4 miles in my chair and then try to get sleep before those next 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I actually switched to my bike to try to speed up the process some, and it's still
It was tough. Yeah.
still tough, man. Like,
Almost Goggins' challenge. It's gonna be tough.
mentally, it was exhausting. Like, I remember, like, I came home from work on a Friday, and I started it that Friday night, and I went until I think it was like Sunday afternoon is when it finished up, and that Friday night was fine. I felt great. It was, I think Saturday morning I felt okay, but it was Saturday night is when that shit got real hard.
Yeah.
It's at night when it gets hard because it's dark.
Yeah.
Your body wants to be sleeping.
For sure.
Especially when you're exhausted.
Yeah.
But I actually thought, I was like, man, if there was one person that I would ask, it'd be Brandon.
Dude, I'm down.
Yeah. I'm like, Brandon would totally do it. I ended up not doing it the second time around because I ended up working. I wasn't able to get the time off. But I thought about it. I was like, man, I kind of want to do it again. But I also know that like doing that challenge, it like sets you back like almost a week because
yeah, for sure.
I mean it tears you up, man.
Yeah.
Like you're sore for at least a week after.
I'm doing that to myself all the time.
Yeah.
The wife's always yelling at me like, you're overdoing it, you're gonna be hurting. And then I'm limping around the house for 2 days and it's like, yeah, okay.
Yep.
But I don't know, those are the days you remember. Like that story you just told,
man.
if it was the perfect weekend, it wouldn't have been as cool.
Exactly. Like I will always remember that. Like I will say, like, so you do a lot of biking.
Mm-hmm.
How much? Like, what's an average ride for you?
20 miles.
I mean, 20 miles. You know how crazy that sounds?
That's where like, Instagram ruins it because like 20 miles is nothing. I just got smoked by that dude. I was telling you, he was 69 years old. Okay, I'm putting that out there. And I was like, how long have you been doing this? And he was like, well, I have 79,000 miles under my belt.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, dang. And
Yeah, but think about it. He's been doing it for
I
how
know.
many years?
I'm just stoked he's out still doing
Yeah,
it. I told
dude,
him.
that's amazing.
And so I rode with him he invited me to ride with him, and I learned a lot from him. And this was just 2 days ago. And
Wow.
he had me cruising at like 18 and a half, 19 and a half miles an hour for 12 miles or so.
That is wild.
Dude, yeah, and I'm like, we're like at 16, right? He's like, are you good? And I'm not good, but I just rode the day before.
You're like, I'm not gonna
my
tell
legs
this.
are toast.
You're like, I'm not gonna tell this dude I'm
Yeah.
not good.
So we get to 17 and a half and same thing. And I'm like, okay, he's not going to push me any harder than 18 and a half. And then he asked one more time. We get to 19. He's like, yep, this is the pace. And I'm like, thankfully, we only did that for like a couple miles.
You're like, it might be the pace for you, but not me.
Man, he almost lost me. Not making excuses, but my bike isn't. I mean, it's just your $1,000 gravel bike, and he was on some all carbon fiber road bike, and I'm like, man, you probably could have went way faster than
And
that.
I mean, to be honest, it does play a role. Like,
yeah,
that is something that
I just felt like I should have had youth on my side. It's not going to sit well at me. Like,
like it's gonna bother me for months.
yeah.
But I mean, like I said, if you think about how long that dude's been doing it, like he is so conditioned to it.
Oh yeah.
Like it's just another day for him.
Yeah, this dude's legs were tree trunks. Yeah.
And you haven't been doing it that long.
No, but
yeah, like when did you get your bike?
Oh,
last year?
No, dude, a couple months ago.
Oh well, dude, you're doing 20 miles, and it's only been since April.
I think April. Yeah,
that's impressive. It's really impressive, man.
Yeah, my longest ride's like 58 miles or something.
That's
like that.
wild.
Yeah, it sounds it, but honestly, like 58 miles, like that 58-mile ride was hard, but like, man, I can make a way harder 8-mile ride, and I've learned that. So it's like the incline is what's really getting me. So I stopped going to the bike trail so much and started riding these backcountry roads.
I'll tell you what. So I grew up in Portersville, and they're the type of hills that, like, on a hand cycle. So with a hand cycle, the front tire spins pretty quick when you get on an incline.
Yeah.
They were the type of hills where, like, there is no cranking up those hills. Like, you're pushing yourself up.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm going to be on this hill for the next 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Getting up it. But I'll tell you what, those are the hills that, like, really show who you are.
Yeah.
And it makes, like, regular trail, like pavement trail riding a breeze.
Right.
Like, it is so easy. It's so easy to set a good solid pace and just be fine.
Yep. I pretty much do the bike trail because of like the zones. Like when I'm doing these country roads, I can't maintain my heart rate that well. Yeah. But if I go to a bike trail, I can be exactly where I want to be. So
see, that's why I like going to Erie. Yeah. I like going to Erie for that purpose because like Moraine is a nightmare with a hand cycle because the elevation changes so much and there's turns and stuff. Like you really have to be careful that it's easy to flip the bike. Yeah. And then there's actually, I think, 2 or 3 hills that I actually get stuck on that I have to stop and take over with my hands or I'm going to flip back. You know what I mean? Like I have to literally lean forward and start pushing with my hands. So, but Erie, I like it because I can run a consistent pace the entire trail. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like you're able to stay in that like zone. Like mentally, you're just like, man, this is the spot, you know?
Yep. We went to Erie once. Funny thing about Erie is I had that thing for like 2 weeks and I'm like, I need to do the Erie to Pittsburgh trail like by the end of summer. Yeah. That's like a goal. I don't know how reasonable. I haven't looked into it at all, but do you know anything about that?
I don't know how long that would be. I mean, you figure from Erie, it'd be over. I would say over 100 miles.
Yeah, probably. I'd say for sure.
I'd say close to 100 miles if just a quick guess.
Yeah.
But if you already did 58 miles.
Yeah, I know, but I don't
know. Yeah. Dude, you're so humble. Listen to you, man. You're humble. Like you're like, dude, 58 miles is very impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So you said you don't listen to anything when you ride?
No.
See, I'm the same way.
I used to listen to music. I mean, I'm not going to say I don't all the time.
Yeah.
But like lately, it's pretty much because I lost one of my headphones and I was too cheap to buy another set. And I'm just like, I don't mind it now.
Sure. So I typically don't listen to anything because most of my riding, if I do ride, it's at night. Yeah. It's usually early morning when it's dark. And I like to be able to hear what's going on around me just in case. If a car's coming up on me, I like to make sure I can hear what's going on. Just because, like, actually, where I used to bike down in Newcastle, there was I used to road bike. I used to pass this dude all the time. Well, that dude actually got hit one day. He actually got killed. Yeah. Him and we used to do the same route, and he actually got killed. And from that point forward, it kind of put things in perspective for me that I'm like, okay, I definitely need to be paying attention, make sure that my bike is lit up, make sure I got a
Yeah.
headlight, make sure I'm visible as much as
Yeah.
I can.
A lot of people, man, there's a lot of impatient people.
Yeah.
Like, I realized it when I got on that. Like, they could move over, but they don't want to.
No, and they'll be right beside you.
Yeah.
Like I've had cars pass me, and like, mind you, it's a trike,
Yeah.
so like it's already sticking out almost 3 foot, with the back tires. I've had people pass me within probably a foot. I'm like, what the heck,
Yeah.
dude? And
Yeah.
they've passed me doing like the speed
60.
limits. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, don't slow down at all.
Yeah.
It's just me on my bike.
Yeah.
No big
Just kill
deal.
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm the dude that's like pretty much already riding in the ditch because I don't want to be the
Yeah, I try.
typical cyclist.
Yeah, I try to move over as much as I possibly can because that drives me nuts too.
Yeah.
That really irritates me is whenever like cyclists don't try to move over.
Right. The entitlement.
Yeah, and like here I am, like I got my middle tire and my right tire completely over the
Yeah.
gravel. I'm like, come on, man, like you can't move over.
Yeah.
So and actually speaking of Erie, I've thought about doing the Erie Marathon.
Yeah.
It's actually on Presque.
Well,
And
what's up, doggo? I'm gonna shut this door.
that's all good.
Come here.
But I've actually thought of doing the Erie Marathon, but the only reason that I haven't completely committed to it. So last year, I reached out to the people that were organizing it, and they said basically we won't say you can't do it, but if you do it and if you were to cause somebody to like wreck or whatever, you would be disqualified. They're like, we don't encourage hand cyclists to be doing. I'm like, what?
That's crazy.
I'm like, that's kind of shitty. Like,
yeah.
so that's the only thing that's kind of like holding me back on it because like I would hate to go there and like have to cause a scene.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like I don't want to be mistreated.
Yeah.
Or treated different than everybody else. So I was kind of like, eh. So I've been kind of hesitant on doing it, but also I'm like, that would be such a good one to do because
you just gotta do it.
It's flat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know yet because right now my goal is to compete again. Get back to benching.
Yeah, you were doing that for a while.
Yeah, I did that for just over 10 years.
That's crazy.
And I've come in and out of it.
Yeah.
But I would like to compete in the 148 class. So I'm kind of switching gears, focusing on that. I'm still lifting every day. And then once I hit my goal of 365 days, I'm going to probably back it off a little bit.
Yeah.
And focus more on the press.
Yeah.
So, but that's kind of where I'm at with that right now.
Yeah. I remember you doing that. You just stopped doing that like within the last year or two, right?
Yeah, it was probably, I would have to say it was probably last year's when I stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did a meet, I think it was in 2000, I don't know if it was 25 or 24. So I blew up my shoulder, came back from that. And then I think I did one or two meets after that. And then I basically switched to biking and then just basically trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
Because it's super hard to try to lose a bunch of weight and try to keep up the benching.
Oh yeah, for sure.
My shoulders just scream all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, right now they hurt.
Mine too, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, but like that's that's a part of that lifestyle though, is like when you go hard in the paint all the time, you're just used to that pain.
Yeah.
Like it's funny where people will be like, oh yeah, this hurts or that hurts. I'm like, yeah, that's called a Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I don't even try to compare with people. It's just like you're a one upper, and it's like no, I'm just like
just doing me.
Made of metal out here, man.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I feel that. Yeah, there's like metal in half my body.
I get told every day by someone, it's just anyone, you're gonna be hurting when you're older, and it's like,
dude, I love hearing that.
Man,
that just makes me want to do it more.
I know.
Yeah, that's all it does.
Mm-hmm.
What makes me laugh? So like, I went to Subway the other day to pick up some drinks, and I opened the door to get in there, and this old man, like, he was like, "Oh, you did really good opening that door." I was like, "What?" And I just, I was like, "Oh, thanks." Like, because like, what do you say to somebody when they say that? But I was like, "Okay." Like,
what the heck, man?
Open the door. I'm like, bro, like, you have no idea who I am. Like, you have no idea like what I
can do. Yeah.
And the fact that like this dude thinks that me opening the door is like an achievement, like an accomplishment. Like it really stood out for my day. I'm like,
that's crazy.
I'm just living my life here, man. And you think that I'm like, I deserve a pat on the back for this.
Opening it. Yeah. I guess you'd probably get a little bit more annoyed with comments than I would. I bet you're getting a lot of them.
Yeah, I definitely get a lot of those. Like, it amazes me whenever people they think that you can't do something.
Yeah.
They don't even think about like, oh, well, maybe this person can.
I feed on that. I think
Yes.
that's something that might motivate me. Is
Yeah.
being told I can't do something.
Dude,
Like,
I will say that like I've actually told people this, like, tell me I can't do something. And I'm like, no, seriously, like tell me, like
Yeah.
I need you to talk some shit to me.
yeah.
Like, no, go ahead, tell me that. Like, I need to hear that.
Yeah.
Because all that does is fuel me to want to do it more and
Yeah.
to prove that person wrong and to show myself that I can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's a big fuel for me.
Yeah. Just shut up, you know? Like,
Yeah. I've actually
just because you can't or don't want to doesn't mean someone else can't or don't want to.
exactly. I've actually used comments like that, like whether it just be in the gym or like competing or like whatever it may be. Like I've actually used that as motivation sometimes, where I
Yeah.
actually like have that voice just repeat in my head over and
Yeah.
over, and it just fuels me.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta do what you gotta do to
Yeah.
get through it. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, dude. I could talk all day.
We can talk.
Yeah. No, I guess I don't.
No.
No, I don't know.
All right.
I mean, I did go through some sicknesses and stuff. Like, I have a lot of that going on. Like with the alpha gal syndrome.
Okay.
You ever hear of that?
No.
There's that tick. Oh, what the heck? That Lone Star tick out right now. And
Okay.
you can't eat red meat and stuff like that.
No kidding.
So, like, for working out and like the dieting and doing all this, like cycling and dirt biking and stuff, I can't take like any supplements. I don't take pre-workout protein or anything like that.
Really?
I can't eat red meats. I pretty much eat chicken and rice,
Okay.
chicken and potatoes, stuff like that. So it's real hard for me to recover.
I would say.
Yeah. And like the motivation thing, it would be nice to be taking some of that stuff, but man, it destroys my stomach. I'm allergic to a lot of stuff too.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know where that came from. I'm actually in the middle of doing the allergy testing right now.
Okay.
But like I ate cashews forever, and just last Friday I was automatically allergic to cashews, I guess.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just shit's going south for me on the health platform there. But it just makes training a little bit more difficult and stuff like that. Injuries and stuff.
Yeah, but once again, you just have to you're just adapting to it.
Yeah,
dude. Like you're that kind of person who's where you're not going to sit there and like, oh, poor me, like, this is changing or I'm, dealing with this. Like you just handle it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's because that's the kind of person you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it's weird. Like every time I do get hurt, I mean, I started the dirt biking thing real heavy. And like, that's when I started setting goals for myself was, I think I was 28, like 2022. It was 2022. I bought a new dirt bike. I actually we built it in this shop. And then we went racing and I tore my AC joint in my left shoulder. It was a grade 3 I had to get surgery on it.
Sure.
So they put that all back together. And then this is all funny. As soon as I cleared from this and I got the okay to ride, I went riding that weekend. We went racing at A-Works. I broke this collarbone.
No.
Yeah. So I ride back to the pits. We load up, go home. Not even kidding you. I heal up from this. Very first day I get cleared, I go riding up my buddy Lamberton's house. I smash my foot in a tree and I break all 5 of my metatarsals.
Dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude.
It's like a checklist. You're like, all right, next.
Yeah, and it ain't even over yet. And then I healed up from that one. And then a few months, I don't know, it was actually a year later because I won my championship that year in my class or whatever. And then practicing later that year, I wrecked and tore my AC joint in this shoulder. And I didn't get surgery in this one. And it's actually way better. Like the foam pops out a lot more, but like it doesn't hurt. This one hurts all the freaking time.
Yeah, my right shoulder hurts too now.
Yeah, it sucks. And then this is the latest one, the knee. So we've been good till then, but it's like every time you get hurt, I almost feel like I level up a little bit. Like I come back a little bit stronger. I don't know if it just gives you more fuel. I don't know if you ever...
I definitely, I can agree with that because I will say there's nothing, it sounds crazy, but there's nothing more exciting than coming back from an injury.
Maybe that's what it is. Like the love's just there again. Like I couldn't wait to get on my bike this time.
Like I remember like I have like, I've had at least 5 surgeries now. And like or like I've hurt myself powerlifting and not been able to get under a bar for like a month, or like whenever I tore my rotator cuff, I couldn't get under a bar for like I would say almost 9 months. And that first time, like, I talked to PT, I got cleared with PT, I got cleared with my doctor, and I'm like, all right, you can get back under a bar.
Yeah.
And like just getting back under a
Yeah,
bar,
dude.
it was like a spark.
Uh-huh.
Like it nothing else mattered to me. It didn't matter how much I was lifting, nothing else mattered. It was just the fact that I was back to doing what I love doing.
Yeah, for
And that
sure.
was the most important thing about it. I didn't care about anything else. Nothing else mattered to me about it, that I get to do this again.
Yeah, that's all it
You
is.
know?
Yeah, do it forever too, probably, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel that a lot of people take the basic shit in life for granted. You know what I mean? Like that was something that I truly, truly have a passion for. Like I love doing it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And but every time I've come back from an injury, or like something that I've had to like overcome, it's just like that passion just comes back,
Right.
and I just go back into it full bore.
All right. Yeah, I get it. I mean, every time I get hurt, I got everybody and their brother. You got to hang it up. Time to quit. Time to quit.
Yep.
And it's like, dude, I'll take a bullet before I quit this. Like, it ain't happening.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I wish I could.
Yeah.
Just love it, you know?
I've had the same people, the same things said to me about like powerlifting, like, oh, I shouldn't be doing that. You're gonna hurt yourself. Or see, look what happened to you. And I'm like, yeah, well, it beats sitting on my fucking ass.
Yeah, go sit on your couch and shut up, dude.
Yeah. Go back to watching my Instagram videos. You know what I mean? Like, go back to sitting there judging me. I'm out here living my best life,
having
because this
fun.
is what I love doing.
Yeah, yeah. Or you're looked at like you're bragging, and it's like, I'm not bragging. I'm just having fun. I want you to have fun too.
Yeah. And like, I've had a competitive side to me since, honestly, when I was younger, I didn't get the chance to do sports.
Yeah.
It just, I lived in Portersville. Pittsburgh was over an hour away. It didn't make sense for me to do sports. Both my parents worked full time. My dad worked shifts. Sports was not really in the picture when I was a kid. And I always wanted to do something. I started out I was a competitive shooter for, I think, almost 7 years, but it still wasn't like super physical.
Right.
So like once I got the opportunity to do like a physical sport, I was like, man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So ever since I've done that, and I started powerlifting when I was, I think, 22, 23. And ever since I did that, like almost constantly, I have to be doing some sort of competitive sport.
Yeah.
I stopped powerlifting there for a bit, and I went to sled hockey. And honestly, I was really throwing around the idea of doing sled hockey again. I'm not married right now. I was like, now's the time to do something like that. Like, there's nobody there to like,
sled hockey would be sick.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, I have the time. I mean, right now I work a lot, but I'm like, I could definitely make that change to be able to play. But I was like, the problem I struggle with is I'm a terrible teammate.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because, I used to leave sled hockey, and there would be shit that would piss me off. Like a player would piss me off, or like I would see that some people weren't pushing themselves, and it would irritate the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm like, if I do a solo sport or something where it's just me versus me, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have nobody to be pissed off at but myself.
Yeah. So every year or so, I don't hate it. I love going and playing, but I get fired up. Like all my friends and stuff want to go play airsoft.
Yeah.
So we'll go play, but they're all so scared of getting shot that they're like, they won't push. They just kind of sit, and then if someone runs by, we shoot. And it's my brother specifically, dude. Like we were at this one shop, and we were playing, and there was like 4 kids or whatever up in this thing bunker. And he's sitting back behind this fence, and I'm like, come up. And he's literally just shaking his head no at me. And I'm like, I can't do this team stuff.
I could see your brother doing that.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that about
there,
airsoft.
but he's scared of.
Yeah, I used to play airsoft too when I was a kid. And my brother and I were always buying the guns that had the best feet per second, because we wanted the guns that would hurt.
Yeah.
Like we wanted to be able to make sure you knew you were getting hit. And we used to play this one kid. He would show up with a Carhartt jacket.
Yeah, that's these guys
and
too.
It used to piss me off.
I'm in a fucking t-shirt and dirt bike goggles. And,
we used to play at night all the time. But this kid would show up in a Carhartt jacket, and we would purposely aim for his hands because he wasn't wearing gloves. We would aim for his hands just so he would actually feel it. Because Carhartt, he wasn't feeling it.
Yeah, that's genius.
Yeah, that's funny that you mentioned that, though.
Yeah, dude. Man, that's funny.
Yeah.
Huh. Man, I had something else I wanted to talk. You can edit all this too, so like when I say something like that,
I mean, I can, but I
yeah.
usually don't.
Oh well, I thought you were gonna. Yeah, I don't know then, dude. I had something on my head, but
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I'll give you a second to think about it.
Yeah, it ain't there.
No, it's not there.
Nah.
Well, I really appreciate you doing this for me. You know what I mean? Like I said, you're inspiring to me. I love seeing your stuff on Instagram just as
I
much as you tell
appreciate
me you like seeing my stuff. And like, I look up to you, man. I really do.
I
Like,
appreciate that.
it's there's not a lot of people like you that are out there grinding every day.
Yeah.
And dude, I love watching, man. So keep getting after it every day. I appreciate that.
You too,
I
man.
appreciate watching that. So
Thank you.
thanks for coming on today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming up.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, cool.
All right, guys. Till next time.